Yeah, you did. See, we got to get him mic'd up so he can talk.
We will.
All right, so Johnny,
Yes, sir.
what's up?
Chilling.
I hadn't seen you in about one day. How you doing?
Merry Christmas, buddy.
You too, man. So I guess what our purpose is for today is to speak more about Hatched in 60
Yeah.
and just talk more about what you're looking at there. I mean, we talked about it when we spoke on our previous videos and recordings, but I guess we want to emphasize a little bit more the importance of what you're looking for and what this program is.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty quick and short. It's nothing crazy.
Right.
I think the last video was more about, kind of how Hatched in 60 came about.
Right.
And the history of it, the concept of it.
Right.
But it really didn't get too much into detail, exactly pinpoint, okay, this is what it is, this is what we're going to do, this is what we're looking for.
Okay.
And let's launch it.
So we may be repeating what we said previously or what you said previously, but we're going to hit some points again. So again, Hatched in 60. What is Hatched in 60?
Hatched in 60 is an entrepreneurship program that I'm launching.
Okay.
I'm looking for local startups here that I can invest in that have great opportunities for success.
Okay.
So I want to find local people that have a business concept, an idea, a product, a business model, something that has great opportunity for success.
Mm-hmm.
And they're looking for somebody like myself to invest into them and into this business, hence become their business partner,
Right.
and take it to the next level.
So I mean, this is not a like looking for particular backgrounds. This is not a wanting to reach out to a certain group of people or anything. It's just for whoever wants to grind.
It could be anybody. It could be one individual. It could be a few people, a group of individuals together that have a great idea and concept.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, we're going to have to pair well with each other if
Right.
we're going to be working together and doing business together. I want to, it's my way of giving back to take on that role of mentorship. I'm going to invest my time, my resources, the capital to launch this business, whatever it takes to make this company successful. I'm going to throw everything I got at it. And doing so, I want to make sure that it's a good fit for my time, my investment, what we're building, so that it has the best opportunity for success.
So this is not a charity case. I mean, I'm investing some cash into some people to get a business started and see what we can do with it.
Absolutely. I like building companies. Hatches businesses, it hatches brands. I enjoy doing that. I enjoy doing it for myself. I enjoy doing it for others. In a sense, it's a way of giving somebody an opportunity that I didn't necessarily have when I was younger. So
Right.
it is a way of giving it back,
Right.
Or giving back to somebody who is like-minded. But it's definitely not charity work or going and finding somebody specific to invest in. It is simple. Somebody has a great idea. They have a business concept or a product that can have the potential to disrupt the industry. If that's the case, I want to invest in you. Let's do this.
You said that a few times, disrupt an industry. That's kind of been, I know that's been some hashtags. That's been some things that you've really keyed in on. When you're talking about disrupt an industry, what do you mean?
Stirring shit up.
Okay.
I mean, go in there, cause a ruckus, disrupt it. Make people want to know what you're doing, who's this guy, where'd they come from. They're causing a ruckus in this industry and our niche and our business model. They're doing something completely different, and they're causing a disturbance.
And you don't have any particular goal in mind as what this is, what this industry is. You're just
whatever comes at me. And that's part of the interviewing process.
Right.
Is I'm sure people are going to come with products, with services, with different ideas, some local, some nationwide, might be international business concepts.
Right.
I have no idea what's going to get thrown at me. If it's a great idea, if I think it can disrupt industries, or if I think it can be profitable and successful, and we can get there in a short amount of time with a sizable investment of time and resources and efforts and what I bring to the table, will it be worth it? Will it get ROI? Will it help these people or this person take their dream to the next level?
So we're trying to make money.
At the end of the day, we
Yeah.
definitely want to make money.
Yeah.
There's multiple purposes for it, but of course, starting a business, the goal is to get ROI at the end of the day.
Okay. Because I think the reason I ask those questions is, you know, maybe people already understand that and get that, but I also wanted to make sure that people know that this is not some deal where we're just getting out there and, you know, trying to help some folks out. I mean, we want to help people out, but at the same time, like we're trying to make money for this person, whoever this is, and we're trying to build a business here.
Absolutely. It's going to require a lot of time. I mean, it's going to require 60 to 80 hours a week, working weekends, no holidays off. I mean, it's going to take time away from families. It's going to take a lot of time to build this business, any business.
Right.
So it's going to be a career move or a career choice for whoever this person is.
You hope it is.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So you need to make sure that it's done the right way.
Right.
And at the end of the day, they got bills to pay and mouths to feed. Whether they're single or got several kids, they've got bills to pay and mouths to feed. So it has to give them ROI so that they can afford to move on.
And ROI is return on investment.
Return on investment.
For those that aren't into the lingo.
Absolutely. And there might be guys that come to us, or ladies, there might be groups that come to us that have great business concepts and ideas or products, but it's just not the right fit for me. You know, and that may be the case. Hey, great concept, great idea, great product. I think you'll do very well. It's just not going to fit with what I do.
So it's got to mesh.
Absolutely.
No matter what the idea is,
the business, the business concept, the model, the person themselves,
right?
It definitely has to mesh on multiple fronts.
And then I guess the funnest part of the journey, which is where we come in with what we're doing here, is documenting the whole thing.
That's going to be the fun part.
Okay.
Is documenting the journey.
Right.
So we will have interviews in here. I'm assuming, and we'll kind of figure it out as we go in some areas, but I see myself being interviewed by you. I see the other party being interviewed, and then both of us being interviewed as a whole.
Right.
So that others out there can kind of see it from different viewpoints.
Right.
How do I see it as from my position, how they might see it from their position. But the other part of it is I'm going to have a film crew follow us around on a regular basis as we build this company.
Okay. So, I mean, if somebody's starting, let's just use an example, somebody's starting a lawnmower business, you're going to need to be outside.
You're going to be outside,
right?
Getting some sun.
Right, correct. We're going to be documenting. So, okay. I guess that's something we can get into later. So, tell me, for people that are listening or people that are interested, how do they get this thing started? How do they apply? What do they do?
Just go to hatchedin60.com.
Okay. And that's hatched, IN60, right?
Yes,
okay.
.com. And there'll be a form there. There'll be a short video of this. There'll be written text letting them know kind of what it is we're doing, what the idea is, what the goals are, and then there will be a form to fill out, which will be a interview process.
Okay.
It'll be like an application, if you will.
So it's kind of, I guess that would really be just kind of weeding out process. Because, I mean, you're going to officially, once you kind of narrow it down, you're going to do kind of an official interview.
Absolutely.
Basically.
Yeah, this is going to be the vetting process.
Okay.
You know, I don't know if I'm going to get 5 submissions or 50 submissions. I really have no idea what to expect out of this. But I want to vet the process and find what's going to be the best fit for myself as well as for the other person involved. Okay. It's got to be a mutually beneficial relationship. We're going to have to get along. Our personalities are going to have to mesh well. It's going to have to be a project that I'm passionate about that makes sense, and I can see the opportunities with it. It's several different things have to match up for it to get chosen as one of the top 3 or 4 to get to the further or the next interview process.
And that's going to be that application or that vetting process, like you said, that's going to be some personal questions. I mean,
Absolutely.
That's going to be, I mean, what are they going to be looking for on that application?
We're going to get personal. We're going to get intimate. You know, and I do want to know about business background. I do want to know about personal background, family oriented. There's a lot of different things on there, and they'll all be on the website where people will see exactly. I mean, I'm transparent about it. You know, I run my business as transparent. This whole process is going to be transparent.
Right.
You can go to hatchedin60.com and see exactly what the questions are. Fill out the form. It's something that might take somebody an hour to fill out. It might take a whole week to fill out. I want to see what people are willing to put into this, how deep they're going to dig to really bring out what is necessary on there, and that's going to help me determine my decision.
So I would guess if you're going to go in there and fill out that application, you're just going to put the bare bones in there, and then don't bother in filling out the application.
They might get overlooked.
At least if you're serious about wanting to get the opportunity.
Absolutely.
So when it comes down to it, how will you decide who you pick?
I'm not going to give all those details out because I don't want anybody to hear me say, okay, I'm specifically looking for X, Y, and Z, and then they go tailor the application to cater to X, Y, and Z.
Got it.
Part of it. The other part is I have no idea what's going to get thrown at me.
Okay.
It could be something totally out of left field or something I'm not expecting that really I take a liking to and decide to go in that direction.
Okay.
So, I mean, I do know I want somebody who, a good person. I want somebody who has great work ethic, who's ambitious, who really wants to take this to the next level, that has passion, that's willing to grind their ass off, that's willing to work 60 to 80 hour work weeks, that can afford to take the time to invest into this.
Right.
You know, it's if somebody is in a position where, you know, they're married with 2 kids and they need to pay rent on the first, this is probably not going to be the best opportunity for them, because I don't expect this business to get any return for anywhere from 2 to 6 months. And most likely it's going to be 6 months or beyond before this really starts making an income.
Okay.
So hopefully, you know, the people that are applying are in a position where they can afford to understand that these are the growing pains in the part of the business.
Sure.
Where you don't necessarily get all that return right away, and you're just not going to start putting money in your pocket.
Yeah, I mean, especially for somebody that's never, I guess, stepped out on their own and started a business, they don't know what those pitfalls are and what those sacrifices are. So they're going to have somebody like yourself there to say, hey, these are the growing pains of something like
Absolutely.
this.
I mean, my goal is to be able to provide and to mentor this whole process. You know, the first, and this is hatched in 60, right? So it's going over a 60-day period where I've got it pretty much mapped out each week over a 60-day process of what we're going to do every week to build this business.
Okay.
From research and development to administrative to legal setup to the marketing setup, social media, websites, and so on and so on.
Okay.
There's a method that I kind of run through to set up a business. And pending whether it's a product versus service or what the case might be, it's going to vary a little bit. But we should be able to launch this in a 60-day period. To go time, to launch time. And then that's when the real work starts.
Okay.
And, you know, this whole setting it up and getting branding and logos and websites, this is the fun part.
Right.
You know, getting your business card and your custom number and whatever else that we're going to be building and growing, or car wraps or whatever the case might be, that's the fun part.
Right.
The real shit happens 3 months from now, 6 months from now, when you've got to feed your fucking family.
Right.
You know, that's when it comes in.
Right.
And that's the part where, you know, I'm going to help launch it over 60 days, but I'm going to be there to mentor throughout the whole process. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm going to be a partner in this business.
Right.
I want it to be just as successful as whoever else is involved.
Yeah.
And I will be there, but that's when the nitty gritty comes in.
Sure.
After the 60 days. And I think that's where I will be the biggest asset to help people get to the next level.
I got you.
To bring them up when they're down, when they're having troubles, you know, letting them understand that, look, it's part of building a business. Let me help you get to the next level. Let's make it happen together.
I got you. All right. So I guess to end it, what's your goal for 2019 as far as implementing this? Are we talking about, like, do you have a certain number of people that you're trying to get to apply to get approved? Are we talking once a quarter, once a year? Like, what are you looking at here?
Ideally, I would love to be able to launch one every quarter.
Okay.
Where we do a 60-day project, send them on their own, and then we can start working on the next project.
Okay.
Realistically, I don't think that's going to happen, especially this being our first episode or our second episode.
Right.
I think it's going to take a little while to get our feet wet, see how it works. We don't know exactly how this is going to play out.
Right.
The goal is 60 days, and it should take around that. But I don't know if this is going to take, you know, an extra 30 hours a week of my time where I don't have time to launch a second project.
Right.
But to answer your question, if I can launch 2 in the year of 2019, I'll be very happy.
Okay. I mean, I think that's a good goal. Because like you said, we really don't know what we're getting into here.
We'll find out real quick.
So that's the thing I think people need to understand, especially applicants that are interested in this, is this is new for them. This is new for us. I mean, building businesses is not new for you, but this process of getting involved like this, documentation, recordings, podcast, all this stuff, like we're learning this as we go.
Implementing it and seeing it live in real action is new.
Yes.
The processes of what we're bringing to the table is needed in any business, and a lot of people aren't really doing it right now.
Right.
I mean, how many people are doing video marketing to the way that we're going to do it,
right,
where reality style or vlog style, if
sure,
you will?
Yeah.
Who's adding podcasts to their digital marketing efforts right now?
Right.
So it's all next level marketing that we're doing,
right,
and we're going to couple it all together with a couple business ideas and concepts that I have, and my history and what I'm good at doing, and we'll launch it and see what happens.
I mean, that's part of Hatch Live. And, you know, if you didn't get the Hatch Live and what it is, look at our previous video and give you a good idea what that is. And that's something we'll dig more into later on. But this was about Hatched 60. And I hope you got the details of what you're looking for as far as what this program is and what we're going to be doing. It's going to be an exciting time. It's going to have highs, it's going to have lows, it's going to have what the hell did we get into, it's going to have this is the most badass thing we've ever done. I mean, it's going to run the gamut, but I'm excited about the unknown.
I am too. Yeah. It's going to be a venture for sure, and I look forward to doing it with you.
Absolutely, man. Me too.
Cool.
Man.
All right, brother.
All right, appreciate it.
We'll see you next time.
All right, we'll see you next time.
Cool.